Hello, all you beautiful motherfuckers out there in podcast land. Welcome to another episode of the Green Light Weekend.
Kind of sound like a robot, Phil, in a cool way.
That's what I was going for. Robot cheese.
Chris D'Elia put up a video of him being a robot earlier. It was so goddamn funny. I laughed my dick off.
Yeah, this is a good week.
It was a good week.
Good week. Talked about some cool shit on this podcast.
I was a little hyphy.
Brian was hyphy.
Thought about getting cocaine, but I drank coffee instead.
Brian doesn't do cocaine anymore.
No.
He's never done cocaine.
Not anymore. There's a big important message at the end of this podcast, so even if you don't want to listen to, if you get bored in the middle, just skip around a little bit. You might hear something funny. Every time we do that, it's
a huge life lesson that I think everybody should follow.
Fuck yeah, I agree. And we talked about Christmas. We talked about 2019 goals.
UFC
UFC
232,
which is taking place before this comes out. So if we were wrong, now you know. Maybe we'll try to plan that better. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna have to look 2 weeks ahead on the fights. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think now that we're thinking about it.
Now that we're thinking about it.
Now that we want to be professional and give you motherfuckers a good goddamn show, we're gonna try to do that. You got anything else, Phil?
I think that's about it.
All right. Well, yeah, this one was just me and Phil. We had a good fucking time. Music is by Ethan Esparza at Hip Hop Trip on SoundCloud.
Check it out.
You can find us at GLW_podcast
on Instagram
and greenlightweekend@gmail.com
on the Gmail. We're going to have a website soon. Maybe get some sponsors.
Did I say we're on YouTube?
We're not.
Greenlight Weekend.
Yeah, we are on YouTube.
Check it out. There's videos of us. Every once in a while, I make a fucking sweet hand expression.
Mm-hmm.
Expression?
Yeah. It's funner to watch it on YouTube.
Really?
When I watch it, yeah.
Nice.
I laugh.
After the video editing, I'm fucking sick of looking at myself.
I bet.
Dude, watching myself, or listening to myself is one thing, but watching myself, I drive myself fucking crazy. Because I'm like, always poor posture. I have poor posture, and I'm like, I look like shit just slumping like that, and I'm always just like, meh.
That's why my back hurts.
Right. That's the issue. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys.
Me too. Love you.
Slow motion sequences of me on the way to the peak. On the brink of putting that cheese on my plate. Eating cake, breaking bread. It's got me SMH like damn. This white boy in the black frames got the right voice for this rap game. Hella tight noise, but stack change and he acts strange like psilocybin. Light a joint, let the track bang. Hit a bone, left all night long. Ain't worried about a damn thing. Shooting missiles so official. My initial no is triple. I'm about to blow million shows and I said fuck a whistle. When you gone, how you know your friends will miss you? Reminisce about high times, picking out their favorite issue. But wait, haters say how is it you gon' make it happen?
Yeah, let's start this off by saying if you're thinking about getting your kid a turtle, think again.
Any amphibian, reptile, it's really
but
not.
Even like a chameleon, I think would have been a lot easier to deal with.
But it's still something you got to deal with. Mm-hmm. You know, but it's still shits.
The turtles.
The turtles are fucking
monsters.
Stressful, bro.
Yeah. And the fact that they have to have water and then they have to have an area to bask and dry out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just difficult.
Sounds
and
like
they need a lot of space. I've been reading up on turtles.
Yeah.
And like my turtles need almost 100 gallons apiece.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big fucking tank.
Also, they're going to get 100 gallons for both of them. And they're going to have to just get along. Or one of them's going to have to go to a turtle habitat.
Turtle sanctuary.
Yeah. AKA right. The lake.
Right next to the wolf sanctuary. The lake.
Out in Turtle Refuge.
Oh, there is a turtle lake. I don't know. I don't know if they accept
I think that's just sliders? The name of it. Yeah, red-eared sliders. I think they're from Africa.
Really?
Something like that.
It's so weird how we take animals from all over the world and make them our pets.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, I know you're supposed to be in a giant pond in Africa, but you're going to get a little glass tank.
I know. I can't believe I had Grinder in that little 10-gallon tank for the first couple of years of his life. It was rough. And I didn't know anything about him having to get out of the water and drying off. So like, I'm so surprised he's still alive.
It's interesting how the choices we make when we're young and dumb affect us in the future.
Yeah.
And nothing will remind you of that like a motherfucking turtle tank. I had him for a while and that was a fucking beast.
Yeah. I was thinking about just making a cage and putting it in the water at the lake.
Huh.
But that wasn't going to work.
Just like put them in the lake, but don't allow them to go anywhere.
Yeah, like a basket when you're fishing.
Right. Hope a little fish comes by, motherfucker. small enough to slide in here.
Yeah, that's funny. How's your week been, man?
Fucking stressful, homie.
Really?
It was good. Yeah. Oh. I guess breaking news. I almost fucked a pregnant girl on Christmas.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about all the variables, but she was hot. She was not family, which is a requirement for me.
That's good.
Yeah. When I told Evan, he was like, "At family Christmas?" Like, yeah, man. Sometimes family friends stop by, and this one happened to be from Texas, and her sister's hot too, which is a plus. And if anybody listens to this from Waterflow, just keep this shit to yourself. But it was interesting, man, and she definitely was making moves and shit, and made it very well known that there wasn't a man in the situation.
Yeah.
And she was going home the next day.
Did you knew she was pregnant?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How's that feel when you're attracted to a pregnant lady?
It doesn't bother me.
No?
I've thought about it a lot recently, believe it or not. It was I knew I couldn't knock her up.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
Probably gonna assume she was clean. I do have a truck condom, but it would have been very cold at the moment.
How far along was she? Like 8 months into big old pot bellies.
I would say mid.
Yeah.
Mid. There was definitely a little belly there, but not enough to bother me. And to be honest, by the time I started having these thoughts, I was fucked up. Real drunk. Me and her sister were drinking whiskey like it was, well, we drank all the whiskey, so I was fucking hammered. And by the end of the night, when she was touching my leg and shit, it was just like, I might have to fuck this big bitch.
When you say big, it wasn't just the belly. It was.
She was thicker than.
She might have not known she was pregnant for a while.
She wasn't like a Snickers, but maybe like one of the, I don't know, maybe 2 Kit Kats. I don't know. That's thicker than a Snickers.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with 1 Kit Kat, like a Red Bull kid. You know, not like. I don't know, man, what to compare it to.
Yeah, I'm trying to get images in my mind.
I don't think she was 200 pounds.
Right.
And she definitely had some belly on her.
Yeah.
But she probably
whiskey will do that to you, man.
I was pretty... dude.
So what stopped you?
It just seemed like a bad idea. Probably was too drunk, to be honest. I got sleepy, dog. It was so late. It would have been such a hassle to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because she was going to take our other friends home, and they lived pretty goddamn close enough for me to be like, maybe, you know, but decided against it. And probably I don't really remember how the night ended. I know I walked myself to the bed, and I know I didn't throw up anywhere. My dad threw up.
Nice.
Yeah, he was fucked up.
Sounds
he got
like
so excited when I first I guess when we did my grandma's thing out in Waterflow, and then we went back to my dad's. And my dad was just like fucking stir crazy. They just redid their whole house. So I think he's been home a lot.
Yeah.
And he was just like, dude, we got to get out of this fucking house. And he loaded up his 4-wheeler, grabbed a 22 and a 40, and was just like, who's going? And everybody was kind of trying to get out of it. 1 4-wheeler, you know?
Yeah.
Like, everybody was kind of thinking about it. And then I just kind of broke the silence and was like, it's Christmas! I just followed my dad. It's like, I'd never get to hang out with my fucking dad.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we went and shot cans and fucking... I think Shorty was the only one to hit a can with the 40.
Nice.
It was very hard.
Yeah.
Surprisingly challenging.
I got my dad and grandpa these little caps that'll fit on just normal water bottles or old soda
Silencer?
bottles. No, it's and you put a pump needle in it for like a football or a basketball.
Oh yeah.
Pump it up, and then or you fill it with different kinds of liquids and shit, and then shoot at it
or something.
It blows up because it's all pressurized.
That's fucking
so
awesome.
You just keep all your old bottles and then shoot at them.
That's super cool.
I haven't seen. It's supposed to be pretty loud. It's better than just shooting at nothing and not having anything explode.
No, my family drinks beer when we shoot guns, so whoever's the first to finish their beer, target number 1. It's kind of like that. Yeah. We try to stand them up. We're classy. And now that Shorty's paired off, her husband is a certified can setter upper. Nice. Kinda. It's not bad. He's younger than me. It's not a bad situation. Hey, you. And Ashley's all shacked up. She's got herself a big old handy redneck man. He's like a rodeo champion.
Damn.
Tall, long-legged bastard.
Nice.
He's a good dude. There's the dudes I went to the bachelor party with at the lake. The bachelor party, 4 dudes at the lake, like woo. They went to bed at like 8.
Did you even see anybody's nipple?
Not one.
Not one nipple.
That's not a nipple.
Not even a good bachelor party.
I got naked in the tent. It's on my dick, so there's something there.
I just found that red-eared sliders are native to southern United States and northern Mexico, so not Africa.
That's good.
I was wrong.
I feel like you took them not as far away from their ecosystem.
Mm-mm.
You should feel good about that.
Yeah. I felt pretty bad this week because they've been living in the bathtub.
Yeah, that's not awesome.
It's pretty warm, so I finally got them a tub, put it in the sun. They're a lot happier.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they couldn't live in there for very long.
Right. Tim was all fucking about getting in the tub with them turtles. He kept wanting to pet them and shit. Just like, dude, they are dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
That's the thing. They're not like snakes scare the shit out of me because you pet a snake, Nick, turn around and bite you real quick. You pretty much know a turtle, what it's going to do.
Right, but when I want to pet something, I want to touch its motherfucking noodle. You know?
Yeah.
Not its dick, its head.
Flip the turtle upside down. Where's your dick? I think they're both girls.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're just bitches being bitches fighting over turf.
I think so.
That's not good.
But I don't know. Now they're fine together because, I don't know, they're surviving together.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
bonding.
They have for quite some time.
And the thing
you're
is,
saying the traumatic experience is making a bond?
We gotta stick together, dog.
It's a funny fucking thing.
When I put that water heater in there, I think I had it up too high. And that's when they started fighting, was when the water got really hot. And so I turned it down, and like for a couple of days they didn't seem to be fighting as much. It's weird. And that was when they started fighting, when I put that heater in there.
Interesting.
And it didn't feel like it was working, so I turned it up, and then it got super hot. It was hot in there. I had to turn it back down.
Like a turtle hot tub?
Yeah. And I think it might have just had some weird chemical reaction with them that made them more territorial or something.
That's interesting. Were they like swimming around and fighting?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Grinder, the big one, was just cornering 8-track and snapping at him.
Just
and he
irritated.
Was just like, get away from me! And just like, you just constantly hear them frantically swimming from each other.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's super gnarly.
And then they slammed into that fucking heater and broke it.
I think that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Or because they knocked the suction cup, because it's held up by a suction cup, and they knocked that off and then probably stepped on it and caught it in between. Now that I've read more about it, you have to get the shatterproof glass. That was just for like a normal fish aquarium that don't break.
Fish aren't farly as aggressive as dinosaurs.
Not at all.
How was your week, man?
It was good.
Oh, my bad.
It was good.
Unprofessional.
I bet I need to turn mine off too. Mine's always the one that goes off.
Goddamn unprofessional.
It's almost 4:20.
Bullshit. It is almost 4:20.
But yeah, my week was pretty good. Got to hang out with the family.
Nice.
It's the most important thing.
I agree. Dusty got me slippers.
Nice.
But I was with him when he got them.
Too.
And they were on sale, so I didn't feel that good about it. Just kidding.
You want them cheap ass slippers?
They're gangster. I've been wearing them.
Yeah.
Because my house is fucking all wood floors, and tile. It's fucking freezing in the morning, dude. Now I just put on my slippers and throw on a robe. Yeah. Walk out, start a fire like an old lady. Like, just poking at it and shit. I'm all tired.
Yeah.
I got up it was fucking -4. Or that's what my truck said this morning.
It was cold. Because I went to bed at midnight and it was like 85 in the living room.
Yeah.
When I woke up, it was 59.
Yeah, I went to bed.
Normally it'll drop down to like 63-ish.
Yeah.
But the heater was kicking on.
My heater kicked on too, and that's what woke me up. Yeah. I was like, ah.
Yeah, I have the heater kick on at about 60 just for the dogs.
Yeah.
When we're not around, but
I keep it 58, somewhere around there.
And after a while, the house might not be freezing, but the shit underneath the house might be getting froze,
pipes and shit, for sure.
Me and my dad were supposed to go. Kaylee is having a benefit dinner on New Year's Eve. And me and my dad were going to go up there, but he's having to work because it's fucking so cold. Everything's freezing.
Every fucking thing I had to look at today was frozen.
I bet.
Everything.
That's the fun part of the oil field in the winter.
Bro, it is awful. So at some point in the next 2 days, I have to figure out a time to get all this handled and plow the fucking roads.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of goddamn snow up there.
I bet.
I couldn't.
We got like 6-7 inches here.
Yeah, town got more than the mountain, honestly. Me and Ev went snowboarding yesterday. It was fucking... They opened Dead Spike at like noon in Lift 5, and Dead Spike was fucking crazy. It was like 2 feet of powder. You had to be careful for sure, but I didn't fuck up my board. Evan hit a rock pretty hard. Yeah. I sacrificed my body for my board at one point because I felt the ground go away and I felt like a rock and I just jumped into the powder. Yeah. I had to, man. I couldn't fuck it up right now.
I need to go snowboard at least once this year.
We can get it past, man. We can get it past the show.
Been busy.
Evan's friend came down yesterday to go snowboard, and he left Albuquerque at like 4, and it was just dumping like the whole way. Got all the way to Bloomfield, came into the corner a little too hot, turning right, and went all the way across the highway and hit the curb.
Oh, shit.
Broke his tire rod, cracked a rim and shit. He made it to Durango.
Damn.
Yeah. And it was just like, it was gnarly yesterday. We drove up to the mountain in Evans, Tacoma, all 3 of us in the front seat. I was like, it was bullshit, dog. On the way home, I was like, I'm riding in the fucking back seat. I don't care how small it is. I've shoved all the shit on one side, put my back on it, and called it a day.
Nice, yeah.
But the way up was rough, bro. And I felt like I should be the one in the middle because Evans, remember Adam?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's a bigger dude. But we shredded. We saw Christina, shredded with Christina. That shit was so fun. Her husband is a savage.
Yeah.
Dude. Bro. We hit Pando because it was, I don't know, Christina was like, let's hit Pando. All right. It looked pretty good, you know, but that shit was so good and nobody was on it. So that was the problem with yesterday was the people, you know. You go up on the fucking holidays like an asshole. That's what I did. But it was snowing.
Snow day.
It was snowing, bro. I had to go. And fucking yeah, but Pando was sick and it was so good. Like I was launching every head wall, like I was showing off like a motherfucker. But the first head wall, fucking Christina's husband throws like a fat 3. I was like, well, I guess we got to do something here because I was right behind him, and you know, once somebody starts getting hyphy, I get a little hyphy.
Yeah, I do a little tail grab.
I'm competitive and shit. I do tail grabs sometimes. They kind of throw me off. It used to be my shit, but now they throw me off.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I slowed down in my old age. I don't know. I'm getting pretty fucking...
I haven't gone in a year and a half.
So. Feisty. Yeah. I was going to say I got an extra board, but you have a nice board.
Yeah. It's not even that. I don't know. Didn't have the money to get a pass.
Right. I feel that shit. It's like a vacation. It's something you got to plan for.
Yeah.
It's fucking... 500 bones is a lot to drop.
For sure. But it's worth it when you go.
Oh, yeah.
2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, I've been going at least once a week, twice a week. But it's like 8 times pays off your shit. And I hit day 8. No, I think I just hit day 7 maybe. Day 8. I don't know. But I'm not worried about paying off my pass, which is cool. I think I'm going to try to go to Monarch. Got to do something to tell fucking stories about on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
All I want to talk about is like shit I heard on other podcasts, and I feel like that's like that's okay. Did you listen to the Jeff Nowitzki one?
Uh-huh.
What'd you think? What's your take on it?
I don't think he's cheating.
John Jones?
I don't think he's actually intentionally taking shit, but it's just the whole moving the venue and all that. That's the
unfortunate.
Sketchy shit, and it's just shitty to the fans, it's shitty to all the other fighters, and they wouldn't have done that for anybody else, you know. The only thing everybody is getting wrong is in the rule book, basically, or the USADA guidelines is saying that it's the fact that it's his second time popping for this same metabolite.
In the same amount.
Yeah, in the same amount. And it wasn't one test. It's been like negative, positive since for like the last few months.
And the thing I think a lot of people are missing, just hearing a lot of people talk about it, I think it's the important thing was the mechanism that might allow this to show up is the weight cutting. Mm-hmm. And that's like why it would show up right during his training camp, you know, when he's trying to drop pounds. Like that's what like Joey Diaz and Brendan Schaub, like none of them are addressing that part. And I feel like that's where a lot of misconceptions coming through, because they're like, well, it didn't show up on this one. Yeah, but he wasn't fucking losing 30 pounds, you know? I feel like your body goes into these weird modes where shit might start showing up.
And at that level, You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna do anything performance wise.
Yeah, like
it's just metabolites, and that's the long term metabolite. It's not the medium and short term. Like, you would see those too on those tests.
Nothing indicates reuse.
And the microdosing with just endogenous chemicals, like, that makes sense to me.
Right.
That if you're microdosing shit that your body doesn't actually naturally produce,
right, it might not have enough to do shit.
Yeah.
Whereas, you put a little extra testosterone, little extra HGH in there, and your body's like,
and consecutively, you know.
Yeah, consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dusty's on that shit now. He says he feels great. He's like, dude, I'm sick, and I feel better than I did before, you know? And he's just like, you can tell he's got some fire under his ass, and I like it. He hasn't been to the gym in like a month, lazy bitch. He's listening. So. Had to give him a little.
I've been hit and miss. Been a lot better.
I've been doing pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I woke up the day after Christmas. No, not the day after Christmas. I was a shit show the day after Christmas. And shit went down at work, dude. I was so hungover. I struggled so hard the day after Christmas. But if you want to if you're going to buy the ticket, you got to take the ride.
Right.
Even if you don't like the loop-de-loops.
Yeah.
Like, they're in the ride, you know? And that's what I'm going to consider the day after Christmas, is those loop-de-loops that people don't like very much. Because it was a shitty fucking day, bro.
Yeah.
But the next day, I woke up and I didn't quite have enough time to make it to the gym. Well, I did, but it would have been pushing it, you know? And I have those steel clubs now and 2 kettlebells, and I fucking went to work.
Yeah, you can get a great workout just at your house.
I went hard.
Even just doing body weight stuff.
Oh,
when people make excuses about not doing anything. Like,
yeah. And I was doing push-ups, and I did the ab wheel was in the rotation, and I was just fucking working, dude.
You need to get a pull-up bar for like one of the doorways.
I'm scared in these trailers we're going to pull the motherfucker off.
I mean,
that does not look like it supports
headers,
180 pounds.
You know, up in between
the frame.
I mean, it's all framed in.
Right. I think it's just that thing.
Yeah.
That one little shitty piece on the top that it hooks to. I don't know if that motherfucker is going to hold me. I've thought about it a lot, and it scares me, dog.
It should be the way they're designed. There should be, you know, focused on the header up top. But yeah,
I don't know.
I get scared every time I use my shitty inversion table that I pulled out of a garbage can and gorilla taped.
I trust that thing more than this fucking door frame.
It's scary. That shit feels good though, to decompress your spine.
I need to do it. I've been hanging a lot at the gym. I feel like I get some weird looks, and then I get some looks where people are like, recovery, sweet. But a lot of people are just like, this motherfucker didn't do one pull-up.
Right, yeah, you jump up there, you're like, oh, and then you just hang.
And I do a lot of pull-ups, but I like to do like hanging in between sets of like squats and cleans and shit like that, deadlifts, shit that I'm just like compression, you know, like putting heavy weight on my body.
Right.
That's got to be compressing your spine.
Oh yeah.
You know, so then I like to hang or do pull-ups or whatever. Sure. I feel like even pull-ups maybe not as good for your shoulders, but you're still getting the spine. I don't know, you're tightening your back a lot maybe.
Yeah. Well, and then hanging upside down, it pulls you the opposite way. The gravity's always pulling on you.
That makes a lot of sense.
Pushing on you.
Makes a lot of sense. And your torso is probably heavier than your legs. I don't know. How do you think that weight breaks down? I bet torso.
You have a lot of water in your torso.
Well,
with your organs,
arms, and fucking the noodle here. Yeah. The old
head
noodle.
weighs a lot. You ever seen a baby run?
Yeah, dude. We were in line at this fucking roller coaster, California Adventure, and Zach or Gavin, one of them was like sitting on the rail, like doing this shit. But behind them, I don't know if they were aware, but it was like a 10-foot drop to concrete because it was like shit like this, you know, that went up like ramps.
Yeah.
So it was like the highest point of the ramp and the lowest point of the ramp right here. And me and my brother started talking about like how your head's probably the heaviest thing on your body right now. It was Zach for sure. But we just started talking about like a rock on a rope, dog. Just boom. And that's not cool to talk about your nephew, but I was on a little bit of acid. And it was so funny, dude. I was laughing fucking hysterically like sand in a sock, you know, just fucking boom. I don't know.
That would suck.
I know, it would be awful. And we were both very aware of it, but when we were like, get down, dude, and he got down, and we started talking about it.
The image in your head.
Dude.
Just anything that like those, they're like tennis. You hit them with tennis rackets. They're like the little cones that have the heavier end on it. Yeah. Like that.
Like a birdie.
Birdie, yeah. So
I used to play that with my grandma.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What do you think about the John Jones thing? Going back to that.
I'm pretty much on the same page as you, but I still don't know. Now that Nowitzki is an employee of the UFC, I think that Dana White is most likely his boss, ultimately.
For sure.
And Dana White has been known to move some shit around for his favorites.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's what's going on.
Obviously.
And I think the levels that we're dealing with and listening to Nowitzki explain it, but he's still... There was a few things he said, and I can't remember specifically. I was listening to it this morning while I was starting a fire in my freezing fucking house in my slippers and my robe.
Like a gentleman.
Like a fucking doctor, dog. And he was just like, there was a couple things he seemed to dance around just a little bit, and it kind of, and Joe kind of tried to push him, but at the same time, I think he was realizing that he is not educated on the matter. Mm-hmm. Which he does a good job of. So he kind of went as far as his understanding went. And I'm not saying I understood more. I just noticed a couple side skirtings is all.
Right.
And I wasn't in front of the man, so I didn't have to show him that respect.
Yeah.
Like Joe would. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think most likely based on the levels and stuff that exactly what you said, like it's probably just sticking around in the weight cutting mechanism that allows it to show up and things like that.
Yeah. It's the fact that it is still a banned substance, and
it is present in his system.
It is, and like that's the thing. I don't think they would have made the same exception for anybody else on that card. Mm-mm. Even, especially if it was their first time, but if it was the same like situation as John Jones, yeah,
the bitch would have been gone, bro.
Maybe if it was like something like John Jones' exact situation where he's been tested for it. And it's like the second time
it's a double
testing,
jeopardy situation.
I think they would have still not moved the card for anybody else.
No, I think they would have taken him off and put him on the next card. Mm-hmm. And if there was no suspension involved, which is what you're saying,
there's a lot of things like Brendan Schaub. He's pretty right about saying that they're probably in the hole a bit money wise, and they don't want to show that big of a loss.
Well, it's the last fight of the year.
Yeah, if they moved it a week, it would be in the next year.
Mm-hmm. And then year end.
Yeah, you're definitely going to show a loss to your new investors that just paid $4 billion for that empire.
Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. A lot of fucking sense, Phil.
So that's probably one of the biggest reasons, and I'm stoked the fight's still on. Mm-hmm. I want to buy it less, but I'm still going to. Mm-hmm.
You're buying the fight?
I think so. If you want to watch it.
Sure.
I figured we were.
I don't see why not. Probably gonna let the dog out.
Maybe Jess Mackey might come over and might have some. Yeah. It's all right. We'll entertain her.
She's a nice person.
She is.
On the inside, she's a bit cunty on the outside. And I think she would agree with me. I think she has a hard...
She's aggressive.
...exterior, and she's soft on the inside. Like somebody that wants love and friendship, like everybody does.
Yeah.
But she goes about it in a very interesting way, my friend. And it's kind of hard to fucking handle all the time. Mm-hmm. Like, there was a minute where you'd be like, you want to go get food? Is Jess Mackey going to be there? Just kidding. I would always go eat food with Jess Mackey. I love her, even though she's not listening to this.
Depends on how much alcohol she's had and how much alcohol I've had.
Right. I was looking at the numbers earlier, and I just want to say shout out to Farmington for fucking coming in on the last fucking few episodes.
Nice.
Denver is number 1. Loving you guys.
Nice.
Durango's, you're in there.
You're there.
You're there. But Farmington starting to come through, which is interesting. And if you do listen and I've talked shit about you in the past, I apologize. I don't even remember.
You can't hold anything Brian says.
Personally, for sure. And I don't remember what I said 5 minutes ago. So I could have bashed some childhood friend in the past 5-10 minutes and not even know it. And it's just because I'm trying to make Phil giggle. So if that is the case, don't take it personally.
You do a pretty good job.
I try to, but I've definitely heard somewhere I'm like, hope that person doesn't listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
And now that I'm going back to the video editing and stuff, it's fucking, you know how me and you kind of listen to part of it and then video editing and stuff. After that, I'm pretty good. Yeah. Like I got the gist. I don't know if I need to listen to it.
I just hate hearing my own voice.
Why?
I don't like it.
I don't mind it.
Excuse me. I know. I don't think anybody likes their own voice except for you.
I love the sound of my own voice, clearly. I feel like I sound like an angel.
You are a good singer.
Oh, thanks, dog. Your birthday's coming up with the new year every year. That's exciting. What are we going to do? Anything fun?
We were thinking about going out tonight, but now I kind of just want to stay in and watch the fights.
Dude, based on
we're getting really
mountain
tired
yesterday, I wouldn't go out tonight. Yeah. It seems fucking sketchy.
Yeah. Yeah, I went in town earlier, and it was slippy and slidey all over the back roads. Or not the, Main Street and all that.
That plus tourists, fuck all that, bro. Yeah.
So maybe
I think we stick south of town.
Next Saturday, we might do something.
Yeah.
Friday.
Trying to catch a weekend.
Go out, yeah.
People are out trying to fuck.
And when coil's off.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Gotta work around the lady. She's important. But we can always go out and do a guy night.
Woo!
Well, that's not my beer. I almost drank your beer.
Oh, that's okay, man.
How do you like this beer?
We're like brothers. It's fruity. It is Breckenridge Brewery Mango Mosaic Pale Ale. It is...
I've been enjoying the fruitier pale ales.
Really?
It's like perfect amount of bitter and sweet together,
This one I notice is crisp and aromatic with tropical mango nuance.
That's a wonderful way of explaining it.
I try, man.
It's like you took it right off the bottle.
I did. That I did.
What do you think about the rest of the card? I got it printed off here.
So what is this? UFC 232?
232.
232.
Basically, I don't know much about the early prelims, the Fight Pass ones. Uriah Hall. He's the only one that I really know of.
I'm going to take Uriah Hall.
For sure.
And then in the Fox prelims, BJ Penn versus Ryan Hall, who's some Jits phenom, apparently.
Yeah, I think BJ Penn is getting old,
dude,
and I don't think... And this is the perfect matchup for him, because Ryan Hall is not that
going to get brain damage.
Yeah. But he was on the Ultimate Fighter and got pretty damn far. And mostly for his jiu-jitsu, though. But if it goes to the ground, BJ Penn's done.
You think?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think, dude, Ryan Hall is nasty.
And
he's
new school.
Yeah. And I don't think BJ is working on his jiu-jitsu that much.
Probably not. Word around the water cooler.
Yeah.
I don't know the next fighters.
I don't know those guys.
How about they still don't have a fucking picture for Megan Anderson?
I was thinking about that too.
Bro, she's so hot.
Yeah.
Market that beautiful lady.
Big.
She's
huge.
No,
that would be a good... I mean, her and Chris Cyborg would probably be a good fight.
Well, wasn't that the initial thoughts when she came into the UFC and then something happened?
I think Megan Anderson's almost bigger than Chris Cyborg.
She's a big girl, dude. She's really tall, but she's gorgeous and covered in tattoos. Pretty and covered in tattoos is my fucking jam. I like
that one. That one's gonna be a good fight.
Something about tattoos says I suck dick. It's kind of like you see a cigarette smoker.
Yeah, I've got 3 tattoos. I don't suck very good dick.
I'm not terrible at it. I also have a few tattoos, but I think Megan's probably gonna beat the cat.
Yeah,
bums me out. I'm a big fucking Kat Zingano fan. She's fucking beautiful. She's feisty. I like her attitude.
Yeah, she's probably gonna get outpowered.
She's just she's an older fighter. She's a vet. She's the last one to give Cyborg. Well, I guess Holly went 5 rounds, but Kat gave her a good scrap.
For sure. Yeah, I mean that could go either way.
Yeah. My heart says Kat, but my mind says Megan. And if she fucks her up, then I'm gonna be a big Megan Anderson fan. I think she's Australian too. Chocolate face with the fucking
super tan,
the silhouette, the dark silhouette. Next fight, Andrei Arlovsky, Walt Harris. I feel like this is the guard of the next level kind of situation, and they've been killing off vets. I feel like Andre has already been through that a couple times, which is unfortunate. I'm a big Andre Arlovsky fan. He should just stick to acting, man. He's like the best action movie villain ever. Him and Tate Fletcher just next to each other in every
They're
fucking
always
action. I know.
Taken 1, 2,
But
3.
he should just stick to acting, I think.
Yeah.
I've seen him in some old shit that was pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see. I think that one's going to be closer than the BJ Penn, Ryan Hall. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. BJ got fucking
BJ's
starched
40
by
40 years old.
Yeah. And he's from Hawaii, and I think he's enjoying his life. And
He's never been one for like hard training. He's always kind of been.
Well, he was with, was it Marinovich? Pat Marinovich? Was that one they say was like the gnarliest BJ ever?
Yeah.
Who was he fighting? Was it GSP maybe?
Yeah, him or Nick Diaz.
Yeah,
around that time.
But yeah, he fucking hated that strenuous training. He's like, when I get home, I can't hold my baby. That was probably a bad BJ. I'm not good at Hawaiian. I haven't practiced a lot.
Me neither. Sounded like a Hawaiian Muslim. Chad Mendez, Alexander Volkanovski. Fight of the night.
Alexander Volkanovski. Yeah, probably. Chad Mendez is a fucking savage. I don't know a whole lot about Volkanovski, but I hear he's a fucking murderer.
He puts a lot of pressure. He's got great ground game. He's kind of like Khabib.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a wrestler?
He's got a mean...
With a name like Volkanovski.
He
can wrestle.
He's got mean ground and pound, but it's perfect for Chad Mendez because I don't think Chad Mendez has ever been taken down in the UFC.
He's a wrestling motherfucker. I don't really know.
Yeah, it's going to be a good fight.
2 high-level wrestlers that can bang. I like it. Then we got Alir Latifi and Corey Anderson. What is that, light heavyweight?
Yeah, I got Latifi.
Really?
Yeah. I think he's going to
overpower him.
Corey Anderson
Fuck people up.
He does, but I still think Latifi's... He's more of a monster.
Fights. Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well, Phil's got Latifi. I don't really know. Sorry, guys. Next fight, Carlos Conduit, Michael Chiesa.
Conduit.
Show respect to the count, Carlos. No, that's Bisping. What's Carlos Condit's name?
Carlos. I don't know.
Me neither. He's a fucking scary dude, though.
Yeah, I think he's got it if they stand up, if they're on their feet most of the time.
And Michael Chiesa's a jiu-jitsu wizard.
Yeah, he's pretty good in the ground. But Carlos Conduit, he's not a bad ground game.
Not a white belt.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I want Carlos Condit to win that, but Chiesa's been looking good at that weight class. Yeah. Is it welterweight? I think so. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because Chiesa went up from 155.
Right. You're struggling at the weight cut.
So he looks pretty big now.
How's his eye after the whole Dolly situation?
I think he's fine.
Seems fine.
I think he was okay even.
Weird.
I mean, yeah, it's not good, but...
It's hard out there for a fighter, man.
Right.
Yeah, get those ducats. Get your money, sonny.
Yeah.
And, I mean, motherfucker did throw a fucking dolly at a bus. Like, there should be repercussions.
For sure.
At some point.
Yeah, if that was anybody else, if that was Ray Borg, he'd been gone that night.
Oh, yeah,
You're done.
for sure.
You're done.
But
it's weird how it's such a business now in the UFC. I mean, it's always been a business, but you can really see it now how they make decisions is just based on, like, Dana White can get away with whatever the fuck he wants because he's the man.
Well, I think we just see it a lot now, too. I bet back in the day, Tank Abbott was pulling some crazy shit that Dothan, Alabama.
Yeah.
Carrying strippers through hotels and shit. And nobody fucking knew about it until Joe Rogan told it on stage. You know? Like, I bet this shit's always been going on, and the moneymakers always had exceptions.
Yeah, but there's a difference between partying hard and throwing a dolly through a fucking bus.
At other fighters? Yeah, like a fucking... Weird move, man. Yeah. But I guess if you're that guy, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
He's smart.
That big dick energy for sure.
He's worth more than most fighters put together.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of them. Especially because John Jones hasn't fought in fucking years. Hasn't made any goddamn money. Yeah,
I feel bad a little bit for John Jones. I don't think he's cheating. He might have.
I think he may have been cheating, but I don't think he is now.
He passed a polygraph test, an FBI polygraph test under oath.
Really?
But he's never intentionally taking a.
Does he go to jail for perjury?
Mm-hmm.
If he lies?
Yep.
Crazy.
So I mean, I don't know how hard it is to pass a polygraph, but he did.
So I learned. Oh, let's continue.
Okay. Chris Cyborg.
Chris Cyborg, Amanda motherfucking Lioness Nunes. I know
That's
her
a good
name.
one.
I'm pretty excited about it. Isn't it weird that nobody knows Cyborg's last name?
What is it?
It's something crazy.
I was thinking about that earlier. Like, is her name actually Cyborg?
No, it comes out.
Did she change it?
I bet we'll see it later.
Yeah.
When we're watching fights. But who do you got? I've been just like
I'm leaning towards Cyborg because of the fact that she's Cyborg and she's a monster and she's so much bigger than Amanda Nunes. She's like the size of Dana White. She's as tall as Dana White is. Anyway.
Dude, she's walking around at like 190. She's bigger than me.
Her jiu-jitsu's amazing. The ground, I don't think Amanda Nunes has got it, but
she's a black belt.
She is. But the power thing.
She's
2 black belts.
So aggressive.
You know, like
size comes in sometimes.
For sure.
Yeah, I got you.
And
wonder what she's going to walk in the cage at tonight. Does California have that rule where it's percentages? Or is that just like King of the Cage or whatever that was?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember. Because there was like a 10 or 15% above where the weigh-in weight that you're allowed to gain.
I didn't know that was a thing.
But I don't know if that's been implemented yet. And I think it's more like 5 to 8%. Because 15% of 155 pounds is...
That's a lot.
Fucking 20 pounds.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I think if they stay standing up, Amanda Nunes is, I think, a little bit more technical boxer.
I don't know,
Chris
man.
Cyborg.
Recently, Cyborg's really looked technical. Sure. Who's that dude she's working with? Mark Henry?
Mm-hmm. But I don't think Amanda's gonna pressure like everybody thinks she's going to. I think she's gonna be a little technical about it.
Well, and Cyborg just walks at bitches. Mm-hmm. Like, she just cuts you off at the
cage.
And
they both kind of do that, though.
Right.
They both
and
put
Amanda's
a lot of pressure on each other.
To do that. She's going to have to play the rabbit. And fucking stay out of the way. Stay out of range. Fucking footwork.
Amanda hits fucking hard, though.
Right. But Holly Holm kicked... Well, that Muay Thai fight... Yeah. Where that bitch just fucked up Cyborg and she just kept getting up. Like...
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't know if she could get knocked out,
Cyborg's... Man. She's getting a little older.
She tested hot for PEDs, right? Mm-hmm. In the past?
I think testosterone.
Is that where she got that fucking noggin? She's got a big head, bro.
Yeah.
And it's not like allegedly, like she tested hot for, male hormones.
I think that's what took her so long to get into the UFC.
Mm-hmm. And she's huge.
Yeah.
Like,
that was when
a weight class
everybody was wanting Ronda Rousey, Chris Cyborg. Dude, Ronda would have got destroyed.
Fucked Ronda up.
So bad.
Yeah. You give me Ronda Rousey, I will smash.
Ronda was great, but not like that.
She was really, really good for the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of people fuck her up now. I bet people that she fucked up would fuck her up now. And now, obviously, she's been out of the game for quite some time.
She caught so many people in the judo toss to armbar, basically. You know, like
and that's where she started watching film.
Yeah. It's like, well, I really need to work on
She's done this 8 times in a row. She's been fucking everybody up with the same exact thing. And then some bitches learned how to drop their hips at the judo tosses, and she's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird seeing all the specialists that were the top of the food chain are starting to go down because they're not as well rounded as they should be.
Yeah.
You know, Joe Schilling's doing pretty good. He's fucking people up now. Yeah. I think he's in King of the Cage. Bellator.
I need to start watching more Bellator.
Me too.
But like, I just don't have cable, so I have my ways.
Is it on DAZN now? DAZN
or Paramount?
Oh.
I think is what it's called. That's who bought Spike, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. Paramount. That makes sense.
But what about John Jones, Alexander Gustafsson?
Yeah, John Jones, man.
Yeah. I'd say probably John Jones decision.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it's going to go a while.
3rd round knockout.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's hard to say. I know they're both way better. Alexander Gustafsson. We'll just call him Gus. Go with Gus.
Gus.
He's been out longer than John Jones, right? Or when did he fight Teixeira?
I think they've both been out about the same.
I think Gus is longer.
18 months,
though. Yeah. And even with fucking John Jones' suspension. And I don't know, man. I feel like they're both going to have a little bit of ring rust. But watching John Jones' last fight, like, he fucked DC up.
Like, was pretty bad.
Proper. He fucked him up. And DC beat motherfucking Stipe Miocic. Like, dude, you know, like, how many levels above everybody is
and John Jones has gotten a lot better.
Yeah. And the last time they fought, he got off the scale, did a line, and, like, started eating pizza and shit.
Well, and John Jones said that, his last fight with Alexander was probably the worst shape he was ever in.
Yeah, he said he trained for, like, a week or something. Just like, cool. I'll fuck this dude up. White guy? We're good. He didn't realize he was fucking with a Viking. Yeah. Alexander Gustafsson is a badass motherfucker.
He gave him probably the best fight that he's had.
Right. Totally. But just watching the last DC fight, I know MMA math doesn't work, but he fucked DC up, man. And DC might be top, 3 of the GOATs right now. He's a champ. Well, not anymore. I guess he just relinquished his title.
Mm-hmm. But still a champ.
Champ, dog. Once you're president, you're always Mr. President. That's sure. champ, dog. And
I'd like to see that fight again. John Jones and Cormier at heavyweight.
Let's see what happens tonight. Yeah. Is DC commentating?
Probably.
I bet he's in the audience if he's not commentating.
I hope he does. I hope he's commentating.
Think we're going to see a flying eagle out of the octagon on DC? Nah. He's not Russian. He's not crazy.
He's not that crazy. He's been in enough shit. I don't think he wants any more fucking bad publicity.
Yeah, he might get shanked if he jumps in the crowd.
Maybe. Or everybody's just going to go crazy and there's going to be a fucking riot.
If there wasn't a riot at Conor Khabib, I think John Jones, Alexander Gustafsson's going to be just fine. I think USA and
he's Swedish?
Sweden. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They're pretty chill.
I don't know, man. They come from Vikings. They're the
great
original savages.
But yeah, they're not crazy like eagle flying crazy.
Fucking Russians. Dude.
And they're like the hard Russians, like Muslims, like closest to the Middle East as he can get.
Isn't the
still
Middle
be
East
in Russia?
Like Northern Africa? Is it?
Well, Middle East is like, I think the top of Africa.
Egypt's in Northern Africa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Egypt, and then you start getting. It's in between basically Europe and Africa is the Middle East.
Okay.
In between there.
So
like dumb. To the right.
I have a globe. I look at it all the time, and I couldn't tell you anything I see on it. I might as well just be like,
you just do the where do I want to go, and you spin it, and then put your finger on there.
I'm going Middle East.
Never mind.
I don't want to go anywhere where shit is going down.
Going to Italy,
dude. Fuck going to scary places. I feel like we're given such a gift to be here, and I understand if you're like a war zone reporter or journalist of sorts and you've pledged your fucking life to giving the people the
information. The story.
But hopefully in a good way. I feel like that's going away, man. I think like journalists used to be like a really respected career. That's where we got our information. And nowadays, I mean, there's still those people putting it online and shit, and I guess it's probably way more than ever. But once that entertainment age hit the news, it just like fucked Americans up, dude. Like I blame that almost solely for like how people think now and what fucking music they listen to and all that shit, just because this whole entertainment aspect just brainwashing motherfuckers. Like, it's the news, kinda like it's just keeping you entertained, like just keeping you in the whole filler numbers. We got to get these numbers, motherfuckers. And I think I would be way more up to date on current events if I participated in that activity. But when I talk to people that I know watch the news and they give me political opinions that are so one-sided and ignorant, like, it's hard for me to be interested in mainstream media whatsoever. Yeah. I like The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. That shit's good. But he still has a lot of entertainment shit, but it's Comedy Central.
And they're a little one-sided too. So you're getting
100%.
You're getting more of the liberal view 100%. On it.
Definitely. And I'm probably more liberal
for sure.
Well, just socially, but I want guns. I like abortions. That's liberal, huh? I like the woman's ability to choose whether or not she wants to have a baby.
Right.
Up to a certain point. I feel like adoption's always there at a certain point. Like, made in your bed, whatever. But when it's just like a little bundle of cells, what are we talking about, man?
Abortion.
Whoa.
So let's talk about that. No, let's not. Let's not.
I was almost a part of one of those.
Really?
But
I wonder if there was a split second.
That your mom?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
my mom was 17.
For sure, it came into mind. There was a discussion. I don't know how religious or everybody around her.
Semi-religious.
Like Nana.
Yeah.
That's not too religious though. I feel like I feel like even my grandma might be like, "Are you sure you want to have the baby?" Like if I just knocked up a hood rat or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel, because I mean, there's definitely complications that can be had with abortions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people have died from abortions and things.
Well, people
but
used to treat broken arms with a fucking saw too. I feel like shit's getting better. That's not a terrible.
We're gonna cut that off.
It's like, nope, gonna have to lose that. Man, that's rough.
Yeah, that's shitty.
I watched The Ballad of Buster Scruggs on Netflix.
I watched the first
like the
little
Coen
story.
brothers. What is it supposed to be?
I have no idea. I didn't finish it.
They're all separate.
Yeah.
When I started watching it, I was like, this shit's gonna tie in.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's just like 5 brutal ass stories about the Old West, dude.
Yeah, the first one was the only one that was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was decent. And even when that came out, I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, it was weird. I guess I need to watch the whole thing.
Dude,
Should I waste my time? Is it worth it?
I watched the whole thing, and it was well done.
Yeah.
Well done. And it's the Coen brothers, so I was like, it's got to be good.
All right.
But it was just like, when I got done, it was just like, what the fuck was that? I thought there was going to be something.
Yeah.
You know? But no, it's just people die. That's what it was. People die in the Old West in this many ways. Like, that's basically the less funny version of 10 million ways to die in the West.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
I like Seth MacFarlane. I watched that recently, and I was surprised at how...
We started rewatching Westworld.
Really?
Shit's crazy. We only watched probably like 3 or 4 episodes of it.
First season?
Mm-hmm.
First season was dope, dude. I didn't finish it, but I just didn't want to spend time with my ex, so I didn't watch it anymore.
That's never good. That's when you know things aren't working out. When you're like...
I don't even want to watch artificial intelligence.
I don't even want to watch things
one of the
with
most fascinating things I've ever seen in my life, and I don't even want to watch that.
Yeah,
no,
that's
man.
Not good.
People grow apart.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
It's better than having 2 kids and waiting 10 years and then realizing you're super unhappy.
Perfect record, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling out. I said almost was a part of a shishmortion. Perfect record.
Yeah.
And I probably got a lot of biological luck there too. Wasn't that time, weren't ovulating, things like that have probably saved me 98% of the time.
Yeah.
There was a couple times when I pulled out that I know would have been a child, probably triplets.
Yeah, it's crazy how, you know, some of our friends who were, when they were young, like, let's see, our friend that we know here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 kids. 5 kids?
The girl?
4 or 5, yeah.
Gee.
4 kids.
Yeah.
That's just like, how are you guys so fertile or not good at it at all?
It's probably a combination.
Yeah.
Definitely a combination. Ran out of condoms. Still horny. I get that. I totally get that. I had a similar situation recently, and I mean, I haven't gotten a call. You know, I hope everything's good.
She was pregnant, so.
Yeah. Right.
Just kidding.
I get what you're saying.
Just kidding.
Who knows, man? Good stock, though. Good stock if you had to pick one. Not terrible genetically. But feels like it's a real complicated situation. It's just something I got to worry about, you know? When you're out there slinging dick, you got to be...
That's one of the things you have to worry about.
I feel like that's how a lot...
STDs are... I don't know what's more scary, a kid or an STD.
I hold off on the pulling the goalie for a while, you know? I like to get a good feel of the... Depends... Like, if she's really, really good at sucking dick.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You know, she's had practice.
There's these signs, these red flags where you're just like, You need to get out of this, or at the very least wear a condom. Like, at the very least.
What is that on Eastbound and Down? He's like, there's a condom in the glove compartment. It's not just for me. You don't know what shit I have either.
Dental dam.
Dental
dam in the glove compartment.
Oh, good shit.
I feel like the dental dam would take a lot of fun out of it.
Fuck yeah. Have you ever had a blowjob? A condom blowjob?
Mm-mm.
Not fun.
Never met a girl that wanted to put a condom in her mouth.
We had some flavored ones.
Okay.
Once.
I get that.
Just for shits and giggles.
Why not?
Why we had them.
But you got to experience all of life's flavors, literally,
Yeah.
Phil.
I tasted a little bit of it, and it tastes like fucking latex.
Like a strawberry latex glove?
For sure.
No, but a condom. Like, there's like lube and like, there's so much going on there.
Yeah.
It's just like edible. Like, it's human grade, you know, but who knows, man.
Yeah,
the shit they sell at Walmart for fucking humans to eat's pretty goddamn questionable sometimes.
Yeah. A blowjob with a condom on is... It's like a blowjob with a condom on.
Right.
You don't feel much.
That's yeah, dude. I feel like a blowjob itself, because you don't have like the force and the extra momentum. Like, I fuck kind of hard, you know, and that kind of gets me off, you know. But a blowjob doesn't have that, you know. Or at least I haven't met the girl that's like,
you're getting the wrong blowjob.
Don't get me started on that.
Huh.
Because who knows how far I'll take it.
It's the force thing.
Well,
You like the aggressiveness. You got some built up shit in you, man.
no, man. It just...
Blowjob sucks. I'm like,
No, I'm saying... So what gets me off about the blowjob is the feeling of said mouth and the softness, and you know what I mean? And without that part, I feel like
I get what you're saying.
there's going to have to be...
You said you couldn't get off unless you're face fucking your girl.
No, I haven't met the girl that lets me face fuck her. And I don't try because I'm not that aggressive of a human being.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
If you're nice enough to suck my dick, like, I will happily receive that.
What was it? Was it Bert Kreischer that's like said that his wife didn't want to have sex, so he asked for a blowjob, and he's like, I didn't realize that a blowjob was an upsell.
Yeah. I get it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, eating pussy is kind of an upsell for me, depending on the situation. Like, if I know we're definitely gonna fuck. Depends on how I'm feeling, you know? Like, but I don't always feel like eating pussy.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I just want to fuck. Like, let's get this done.
Yeah.
And eating pussy's not, I mean, it makes my dick hard for sure, but it doesn't further the process towards getting it out, Phil. I gotta get it out. You know what I mean? Like, it's this desperate feeling once sexual things start happening. Like, my dick is in need of attention, you know? Blue balls are real. And I haven't had them quite some time, because if a girl doesn't want to, you know, do the damn thing,
I go jerk off in her shower.
I kick her out and jerk off. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
This is rent.
You just listen to porn full blast on your phone, just in the bathroom. Are you okay? I'm fine.
Just try to send a message.
Turn on the shower.
After you turn on the phone.
I'm just shaving.
Bluetooth speaker in the living room.
That shit happened to me.
I turn that shit up loud sometimes, so I could only imagine if I made that little faux pas. Wouldn't be good. But I don't really jerk off in the bathroom when people are in my house. I'm alone a lot. There's a lot of jerk off time if I want it, so I just try to not do it when people are at my house. I'm not Louis C.K. and anybody.
That turns me on.
It is
Every time we go to the bathroom.
somebody's in the living room.
You gotta worry though, because if you can hear them, they probably could hear you too.
If you could hear anything, yeah, it sounds like you're jerking off in the bathroom.
I gotta pee.
All right, I don't really jerk off in the bathroom anymore. Just
No?
not really. I live
I do.
alone.
I gotta have some privacy.
You know that office chair in the living room?
Uh-huh.
That's my new jerk off station.
That's why I don't sit there.
No, it's so nice. I don't
You
want
just have like a sign, you know, when they reserve seats at plays. It's just like my jerk off station, a little laminated sign.
fucking hilarious. I would definitely do that. It'd
Reserved.
be great icebreaker for when I bring girls over. Reserved for jerk off station.
You make yourself at home. I'm going to wind up the creep box.
And then go to the bathroom. So you're in the living room all by yourself with the jerk-off station and the creepy music. Don't you wish you drove?
Come back and she's gone. Just walking down the
Hitchhiking?
street. I'm out.
Like, there's bears! I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. You had a jerk-off station and a creepy clown box.
It does kind of just throw a little I might murder you red flag up in the air, doesn't it? Just okay, you be alone with my jerk-off station.
Yeah, that's super creepy.
I'm not into it.
I don't advise that.
How long have we gone?
Almost an hour.
Almost an hour.
57 minutes.
I feel like it's been pretty decent. I do have a few more things I want to talk about. Let's come back.
Okay,
right,
let's come back.
We're going to pee.
We love you guys.
Together.
I don't know why, but I love titties, Phil.
I think that's because of God.
God made me love titties.
God made me love titties.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, titties are biologically ingrained in your mind because they give you food when you're first born,
Like
and then
a fat ass.
yeah, and then they're gonna give your kids food when you have kids.
Right. I feel like that's why like I'm not super into super skinny chicks. I feel like they might die giving birth to my child.
Yeah, you're into the genes.
Genes, bro. It's all about genes, dog.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna make a beautiful baby.
That's exactly how I feel. I don't know, man. I'm thinking about, we're getting older. I do want to pass on my genes. I'm the last nitrogen male. I kind of want to have a son, pass on the name. A lot of dumb shit that means nothing, but seems significant.
I guess that's the point of life.
Because I
produce.
Something inside me is saying, make a strong baby.
Yeah, that's probably why your genes.
Balls.
That's why your ancestors survived. Hard fuckers.
Yeah, so much. Our genes want to pass on so much. They fight off all the alcohol we just dump into our gullets.
Yeah.
They're like, we gotta make a strong baby. I don't know what it is, man. I keep thinking about it.
I worry about.
I'm like a woman.
I just worry about having a kid that gets sick. And then,
Like real sick.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you want a strong baby.
The kid dies at like 4.
Right. You want the motherfucker that won't die. Some people die when they drink milk. That's that's not
Even
good.
healthy babies get sick.
I know, man.
That shit scares the fuck out of me.
I know. I just try to stay positive.
Yeah.
Just positive.
I go immediately negative.
See, whenever I get sick, I'm
die.
like, this fucking weak ass sickness ain't got shit on me.
I don't worry about myself. I just worry about the kids, having kids.
I understand. But I feel like so many kids like me and probably you did not have the most nutritious diet growing up. And I feel like if you actually give your kids vitamins and shit, like in food.
I had vitamins. We had Flintstone vitamins.
I think a lot of that's
I ate a bunch of them one time. And my mom's like, those aren't candy. You can't just eat a handful of Flintstone vitamins. I'm like, but they're delicious.
Right.
I just peed green for a couple days. That was fine.
Whatever I talked when I was on probation and I was working my ass off and I couldn't drink beer. So I was like, I'm going to drink the fuck out of some water. And I drank a shitload of water, but I'd go in for piss tests. And I wasn't even, this was before the green light weekends. This was drug court, 2 tests a week.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't fucking around too much. Might have had some dart nights, I don't know. But you can time those.
Yeah.
But I was fucking just peeing clear, And I'd talk to drug people. They're like, oh, just take vitamins. Like a bunch of vitamins. Like every time you go in there, they'll never ask you why it's clear again. It's like, you'll pee neon orange, man.
They're always just worried you're trying to flush your system.
Right. But I was taking 2 drug tests a week, supervised.
That doesn't really work.
Like, look at my file. It says marijuana.
Yeah.
Weed. That shit doesn't go away that fast. Like,
Not at all.
not at fucking
Flushing your
all.
system doesn't work with weed.
No, it just probably holds on tighter.
Yeah. I think it does.
Yeah.
A lot of those drinks that they have at the smoke shop,
hides
it keeps it in your body.
Oh, so it won't come out in the piss. Yeah. Aren't they just like fat?
Like super fatty. Probably like 300 carbs.
Go get a fatty burger and drink this.
Yeah, it all depends on
wonder how you feel after
when
that.
it is and the timing. Like if you're fucked, those drinks are the best because it does keep it in your body and doesn't come out your pee. But if you are trying to like flush your system for a test that's in 2 weeks, you could do that. Don't eat. Run your ass off and don't eat any fat.
Yeah, just greens, baby. Clean out that system like a fucking supercharged. What's it called? The colonic. Just fucking just a lot of fiber.
Shitting greens.
It's okay. Vegans do it.
They don't seem like the healthiest people in the world.
It's true. They eat a lot of Doritos and shit, and he thinks nothing had to die. Are you sure? Positive? I don't know.
Something died to make Doritos for sure.
Oh, for sure. Well, what is it? Corn? Yeah. Rabbits and shit.
Rabbits and moles.
Baby deer.
Birds.
Definitely birds. There's this juvenile eagle that's living at the ranch now. I've seen him like 4 days in a row. Like the big tree right in the fucking yard, and it just kicks it there, and it's massive, dude.
Nice.
Its head hasn't turned white yet, but it will. These motherfuckers been breeding on the ranch for years. It's pretty dope, dude. Like, who gets the opportunity to see that like every day?
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's very dinosaur-like. Like, it looks intimidating. I've gotten pretty close, and its feet like
how big is it?
Gnarly. It's pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
Like sitting in the tree.
Is it a bald eagle?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the young ones stay darker for a while, and then their heads and tails go white. So at first it took me a minute to figure out what it was, but it's definitely an eagle, dude. When you see its feet and its legs and shit,
Bird of prey.
It's not a fucking falcon or a hawk or an owl it's a fucking eagle. And I've looked into it. Like when I first started working out there, I was looking up eagles and shit, and their juveniles kind of look. They're all brown still, you know. And then I think they shed 1 year and they start getting white.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've seen a lot of them recently.
That's cool.
Yeah, the ranch is like motherfucking America, dog. There's fucking natural gas coming out of the ground. There's fucking eagles. There's a wolf eating a baby deer in the backyard.
Yeah, it was fun shooting the AR out there.
Yeah, dude. It's really fun.
Weed sprayer die.
Should go shoot some fucking clay pigeons. Be a good time.
That'd be cool.
It's 2019, Phil. We got to what do you want to change about your life in the next year?
Everything.
So how do you feel about putting a significance on like New Year's resolutions? How do you feel about it? Feel good about it?
Yeah.
I like it because I think people always need to be improving, and it gives you a date. It's like, all right, motherfucker, we're starting over. It's January. Like, what'd you do last January?
Yeah.
Are you still a fat piece of shit? Do you feel like shit? Do you still smoke cigarettes? Do you drink every fucking day except the 1 month of October? So you feel like you're kind of okay about it? Like,
yeah, I want to stay committed.
This is the first time I've taken this shit seriously. Like, I've never really like written down goals for a year.
Nice. That's awesome. That's how you succeed.
Right.
At actually doing the things you want to do, is writing them down and making it a goal.
Well, once me and you fucking were like, okay, sober October. Like, when it wasn't even a question in my mind, like, if I can make that a mentality, like, I'm almost there with working out. I'm getting pretty good, though, because I was like, fuck, I don't have enough time. What was this, yesterday? Or, yeah, maybe yesterday or the day before. I was like, fuck, I just don't have enough time. And I looked over at the kettlebell, and I was like, okay. Come here, motherfucker. And then I watched a couple videos on the steel clubs and stuff, but I can't watch videos and work out. I hate it. They work out. It's hard for me to find. No, it's hard for me to find a good video. It's like
watching porn. He's not fucking hard enough.
That's kind of a thing for me. Like, if you're just like, if you're just making love the whole time, like,
fuck her harder.
I'm not in the mood to make love. I'm trying to fuck, get out of bed, get this day started, you know? Got time to make love. I don't know.
That's why I just watch cum shot compilations.
See, the cum shot doesn't really do anything for me. It's kind of gross.
I just watch cum shot cleanup compilations.
There you go. Makes sense.
What were you talking about? I'm sorry, I really threw us off a cliff.
Who knows? Oh, I was talking about goals.
Yeah, New Year's resolution.
Right. But working out's almost there for me, where it's just like not even an option. Like, I gotta get it in, man, or I'm a different person.
Yeah.
And Dak Shepard says this. Jason Ellis has been saying it a lot. Like, if you catch yourself being a dick or you're in a really shitty mood, ask yourself, when's the last time you ate, worked out, meditated? Like, when's the last time you did all three of those? Because they should probably be a daily thing. And I don't meditate. I should.
Yeah.
I find myself.
I try. It's just I haven't got to the point where I can shut my mind off.
Right.
And
Well, I think like everything, it comes with practice.
Totally. And it's just
That's
annoying.
The beautiful thing about psychedelics.
Yeah.
Things that you could achieve mentally with 10, 20, 30 years of meditating, just deliberately
2.5 hours, you're there.
Dude, exactly.
But it's intense.
Yeah. You took a shortcut to chaos.
Yeah.
Like, if you built up to that, maybe you'd be able to handle it a little better. But just like that's your first experience with that realm.
Right.
Like you just put it on your tongue. And it's just like, it's beautiful though.
Yeah.
The only thing is you're vulnerable. That's
so vulnerable.
That's the way I think about it. Just like, is this a situation where I can be really vulnerable?
Mm-hmm.
And teamwork makes the dream work. If you're, in public, like you gotta have at least one fucking thunder buddy. Your Skoden buddy.
Yep.
I'm freaking out, Skoden.
Skoden.
Oh, I gotta hang out with my nephews. I feel like a good uncle. I got Zeki 2 Nerf guns with 400 extra darts.
Nice. The extra darts are crucial.
Yeah, Grandma Susie showed up at Christmas the next day because I gave them to him at Grandma Susie's Christmas Eve. She showed up with like 12 of them. She was like, thanks for bringing these to my house. I was like, I pulled Zach. What are you going to do?
That's cool.
But when he opened them, he was like, whoa. He was pretty stoked.
That's dope.
My brother got Zach and Gavin both new BMX bikes, like a red line and
nice.
Another sick one.
That's
like,
cool.
Quality bike.
Yeah, those are good bikes.
Fuck yeah. When I saw them, I was like, oh shit, you boys got some wheels, huh?
Nice.
And they live like right across the road from Grandma Stock, so they can go freely betwinst.
Nice.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
You just gotta say it with confidence.
Betwinst.
The second you fucking question yourself is when you bring criticism upon yourself.
Was that a word?
Betwixt.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I was looking for.
Sure. I don't know.
Doesn't matter, dog.
Excuse me.
All right. But yeah, goals. This is the first time I'm taking it seriously. And Joey Diaz's last podcast, he just like really laid it out for me in a way that I could understand. Like, if you don't do this, you're fucking slipping, dog. You're fucking slipping. Next December, you're gonna be looking back at your life and you're gonna be exactly where you fucking started. And it was just like, fuck.
That's how I feel this year.
I've had the same
little bit
job for like 4 or 5 years, and it's super bearable. And at least doing this podcast makes me feel like I'm going towards something. And I'm honing in other skills throughout, my years.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm freaking out a little bit, I feel like I know I'm past the quarter age, and probably for me, especially like at 75, like it's not a terrible way to go, man. Grandpa Tom's still doing the damn thing, but I don't think you want to get much past that.
Yeah. I mean, Papa's getting close to 75 and he's killing it. He fucking walks 14 miles a day.
Well, and I think you have to, and people just sit down for 30 years and they're old and they're really fucking struggling.
Definitely. Yeah, the less you use your body, for sure. I wish, Dad, if you're listening, I wish you would fucking exercise more.
Come on, big cheese.
Because I want you to be Papa when you're 75. I want to still fucking go hang out with you and do stuff with you and not have you on oxygen and shit because he didn't take care of yourself. Luckily, he gets out and he does stuff for work, but other than that,
Yeah.
need to go exercise. If I could ever convince him to go do jiu-jitsu.
Might fall in love.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised once you're like, oh, I'm probably not going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
And then,
and it's nice that
long-term injury
they're
fucked
pretty good. As long as you're not in the deep waters, they're good about letting you go at your own pace.
Yeah.
But you go out there in a marathon roll, you might throw up if you're not prepared.
Yep. You're going to throw up or quit.
Yeah.
If you don't have any cardio whatsoever, you're going to throw up or quit.
But that's the cool thing about the fundamentals classes. It's pretty low impact.
And you can stay after for 2 live rolls if you want, with like.
And as long as you find somebody and, let them know what your intentions are, and you're
don't be a dick.
And you're not a dick about
it.
If
you're a dick, you will get handled.
Right.
Thoroughly.
That's for
Especially,
sure.
And I know this sounds crazy, but I look for the baddest motherfucker in there, except Caden. I need to roll with him, but goddamn, he's scary, man. He got a hold of me, and I felt I was very nervous. You know how deer, whenever the mountain lion gets their neck, they just like DMT. It was almost like that, dude. I was just like, fuck, I'm not getting away from this dude.
Yeah.
And he was just like an orangutan got a hold of you. dude, scary dude.
Yeah.
Scary dude. But Dodge, perfect. He's not gonna hurt you. He's so experienced.
For
he's
sure.
so nice, and he's a fucking sheriff. You know.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I need to go back.
That's on the list of
Buying
goals
a
for
punch
me.
card next month, January.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna aim for like 3 days a week drinking, because I can't just drink a beer a night. Like, it's bullshit to me. I do not see the point. Like, I'm trying to get an inebriation of sorts out of this.
Right.
So I feel like an adult thing would be like 3 nights a week I get a drink. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or whatever. On my days off, I can drink. I don't know.
I'm gonna buy bulk kratom powder, and try doing some little bits of tea at night here and there.
Huh. I'm gonna keep
Try
smoking
something
weed
else.
like a fucking choo-choo
My lungs
train.
need a break.
Mine
I wake
seem
up. I'm tired of
fine.
the smoker's phlegm.
Mm.
I'm
I
getting
feel like
tired
you
of
smoke more than me.
it. I'd probably do.
Like, that's the bowl I packed this morning.
Yeah, I smoked probably 4 or 5 bowls today.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's different. And I was at work, you know, and shit was going down. And when shit's really making me nervous, I try to not get too high. And the fucking driving, when there's this much snow, like, there's probably 6, maybe 7 points up there. You know, I was scraping, my skid plate was scraping the whole time. And it's, you know, it's not the safest driving, so I like to keep my wits about me.
Right.
Not like highway driving.
Mm-hmm. I love to smoke weed in the highway.
Yeah, me too. Road trips.
Put my knee on the steering wheel. Good.
What are some of your goals for 2019?
Work out consistently.
What, like, specifically work out consistently?
Like, I want to be
Do you have, like-
ripped by December.
Do you have like
next
4
year.
days a week minimum?
No, like every day. 4 days minimum for sure. I'm going to stay with my weightlifting program,
Yeah.
which is 5 days
Nice.
consecutively.
I'm-
Consecutively. I can't fucking talk.
I'm counting.
That's another one of my goals, is to get
Work on
better
your
with
speech.
speech. And
Nice.
the podcast is definitely making me have goals to be the person I want to be.
Well, you can hide from lifelong things forever.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to watch less TV, less Netflix and shit. Just mindless nonsense.
I've been making myself
Read
watch.
more.
If I watch TV, I have to be learning. That's my new rule.
Mostly about wolves.
Anything.
Wolves and Vikings.
Dude, I fucking love wolves. But I watched this. Netflix has this thing called The 90s. It's like a series.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts with TV.
I've watched that. Yeah, I've watched that
There's
one.
2 TV ones. And then the next one is music. And that one, I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
I loved that shit. I was so into it. And the next one was about Bill Clinton. And I learned so much that I didn't know when we actually talked about it on the podcast. I feel like I could fucking, you know, really drop some knowledge now.
Yeah.
But, you know, perjury, essentially. That's where I learned about that. Well, I've heard it before, but now it's stuck.
Yeah.
You know, it's solid.
That's why I think Trump's got some shit coming at him.
Yeah, probably. They did not fuck around with Bill Clinton. And the whole Congress was Republican, and it was a weird combination of things that led to this. And the only thing they had on him was, you lied under oth.
Yeah. He
Like,
should have just
you're
been
the
like,
president.
Yeah, I fucked her good.
Why not?
She gave me a blowjob.
That's
and
a
I came to her mouth.
leader, bro. Historically, leaders fuck bitches.
And everybody would have been
That's
cool.
what they do.
Everybody loved Bill Clinton because he was the guy that fucked that chick.
Exactly. And he did a lot of shit, man. He was a beast. He really handled business. A pretty fucking good example of a president.
Right.
You know? And sure, there's some weird money stuff going on, but he's the fucking leader of the free world. He's gonna be so rich.
Yeah.
Like, think about any rich person. They're doing something weird, you know? And any powerful person. Like, the weird thing is,
Yeah,
the more
nobody's
fucking-
leaving office and are poor, you know?
No.
Everybody's more rich when they come out.
Yeah, and they make $500,000 a year, which isn't shit compared to rich people. You know?
Yeah. Well, they're not. That's not all they make. That's what their salary is for being the president.
No,
but
totally.
They make way more than that
100%.
from just all the little side things.
You're the motherfucking president, son. That's a trippy thing.
And they probably don't pay for anything, you know? Like, their food is ready for them, meal prepped, and it's all just part of being the president.
That's not like Michelle Obama was going to get groceries every week.
Not at all.
The station wagon.
Exactly.
The family car.
Like, oh, we got to pay the electricity bill.
Right.
White House is going under.
No, we got that, Mr. President.
You don't have to worry about the electricity. Keep this shit running.
Yeah.
But they might let Trump go dark.
Out of all the
I don't know. You didn't pay the fucking bills, bitch.
Out of all the cool things that the people have paid for at the White House, the rainbow, when the gay marriage was made legal and they did the rainbow White House, I'm okay with paying for that.
That's cool.
I feel like that cost me like a quarter of a cent or something.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to give that quarter of a cent away, you know?
I can't remember how much
to
it
make
was.
people feel comfortable.
Like they could feed everybody for a year for the amount of money they spend on Christmas decorations in the government. Maybe that's just bro science, but doesn't matter.
Sounds potentially like the government nationwide.
Yeah.
Oh, for
just Christmas
sure.
decorations.
But I don't know. Maybe they're reusing them. I bet there's some government jobs where they're
but even
somebody's got to go through and check all the bulbs.
Even
and
our
shit.
little Christmas, like, I mean, me and Quell wrapped presents on Christmas Eve, or the day before Christmas Eve, and we opened them up Christmas Eve, and all that paper just went into the fucking trash, you know?
The paper?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's so wasteful. And
the paper in particular is something that I didn't think about until just now. And all the boxes and shit.
Everybody just throws it away. And the
Consumerism.
little paper that they stuff into the bags to make it look, I don't know, more full, more...
stuffing, just whatever.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
But like packing peanuts of sorts.
It's just stuffing to make it look better.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, I'm sidewinding this. You got to check this out. It is Tripp's, I think maybe his in-laws' house. It is the dopest Christmas lights I've ever seen in my life. Tripp is so excited.
Sounds like Tripp.
He's so excited.
Oh,
shit's hot, right?
That's cool. Is that his in-laws' house?
I think so. No, I think it's his parents' house.
Oh, shit.
Tripp is the dude that makes all the music that we use for the podcast, the rapper. But his parents' house got hooked the fuck up for Christmas. Like,
it says, "Pardon my enthusiastic husband shouting."
Well, she's Norwegian.
That's fucking
The
awesome.
Tripp is American for sure. He's
I would
so
love
excitable.
to do that.
Dude, I know it looked like such a bitch to set up, but all the lights were going on the music for all the listeners.
Yeah.
Anybody that's watching on YouTube too, I know there's a few. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. We haven't really announced it or posted about it or anything, but I kind of want to just let it ride a little bit before we try to make a big deal out of it. And when people go there, I want there to be a bit of a collection, a bit of a library of sorts, you know?
We need to start posting some other videos, just funny shit, different clips, things,
Of the
some
podcast
clickbait
and stuff.
No.
Yeah, we say some funny stuff, but I always wonder what I can and can't put on Instagram, because when one of us laughs really hard, there's some pretty harsh language generally, like of the videos that are just like.
I think as long as you're not actually showing nipples or dicks.
You can say whatever you want.
Wonder how much wiener cleavage you could show.
Wiener cleavage was going to be the name of this podcast, in my mind.
It's still wiener cleavage in Brian's mind.
It is still a wiener cleavage.
You want to do another Greenlight Weekend podcast?
Wiener cleavage is funny to me. I think it'd be a great like skate brand or something.
I know I've heard different podcasts talk about wiener cleavage, but they didn't call it wiener cleavage.
Dick root?
Yeah, dick root shit. And I'm like, it's wiener cleavage.
Joe Rogan always calls it dick root.
Yeah.
Preacher's
That's
got
a
too
good
much
one too.
Dick root. It is funny. Dirt spider for your asshole's funny. So many funny words out there.
Oh, good shit.
Well, we want to handle our business and go watch some fights.
I think so.
I feel like we've given the people plenty. I feel like there's times where we ramble on, like Led Zeppelin.
Ramble on.
Is that right? Yeah, that's Led Zeppelin.
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening to a lot of Uncle Joey lately. And
Yeah.
He's got a lot of fun music. Church the Church of What's Happening Now. He got Jake Ellenberger so goddamn high. Did you listen to that?
I haven't.
It's him talking to Lee, and every once in a while, how you doing over there, Jake? After the podcast, I guess he couldn't drive home.
Damn.
He took one ball grip.
Ooh, yeah, that'll do it.
Showed you.
That fucking.
It was a 3-foot
That
ball.
space weed.
How much was it? 32%.
32, yeah. I do remember him talking about it.
I listened to the podcast, and Jake Ellenberger does not talk a lot. When he does, it's not well. He's not well spoken when he does talk, and that's not him. You know, he's just.
That's why I can't get too high before we do the podcast, or my words just don't hit my mouth right.
We should get some studio Alpha Brain.
That would be
I
awesome.
took 4 today.
Nice.
And I'm feeling pretty goddamn
I just
sharp.
drank a lot of coffee.
I also drank that. It's not empty though, but
I
tried to come in real hot because I walk in this room and sit down and I'm like, where did my fucking energy go? Because I'm rushing to get here, so I'm like, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I think I sit down on the way over here and I'm like, all right. Right. And then I get in here and I'm like, fuck, I am not as hyphy as I was when I was starting a goddamn fire trying to stay hyphy.
Yeah.
You know? Because I went to Zia, ate a burrito, went home. I had to cut wood, fill the wagon, cut kindling, fucking start a fire. Fed the dog.
America.
I got a cast iron skillet for Christmas. It's dope. I cooked breakfast on it the other day. That shit
cast
was
iron.
dark.
You gotta make sure you treat it right.
I Googled the fuck out of it because I've heard that a bunch of times. So I was like, all right, before we even cook on this motherfucker, let's get into it. And it came pre-seasoned, so I don't have to bake it with the oil and shit. I washed it. I didn't use kosher salt, but I used fucking salt, so I feel like we're good.
Yeah.
Kosher beef means it has to have its throat slit by some fancy dude.
A rabbi.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. That's Jewish rabbi.
Yeah.
They gotta bleed out.
It's got to be like...
They have to suffer for it to be kosher.
Yeah, it's got to be like a kind of dull knife, I think.
Yeah. Use this knife for 400 years.
You have to break 2 of its legs and then slit its throat, and then it is holy. And you will put cheese and meat on different plates, different sinks.
After this, I have an appointment to cut a little kid's dick skin off.
Then I'm going to suck it.
Ugh, that's horrible.
Yeah. And they give kids herpes and shit. Not always, but it's happened.
It's happened.
It's fucking happened. One time, a rabbi gives a kid herpes from sucking his dick. I say there's no more kid dick sucking. We have alcohol. We have fucking a lot of things. Antiseptic properties.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah. We have lots of things. You don't need to suck baby dicks. That's the message
shit.
I want to give you
if you
people.
get anything out of this podcast,
don't suck baby dicks. Don't touch kids in any kind of sexual manner.
Not at all.
Unless you're wiping their ass, and that's not sexual. There's shit everywhere. It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got to be done. They can't do it themselves yet, Phil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, any parting words? Parting messages?
No, I think you nailed it there on the head. Don't suck baby dicks.
Please.
Don't touch kids.
Please.
Don't diddle kids.
Yeah. Yeah, just don't.
Just don't.
If you know you got a problem.
# don't fuck kids.
Let's name this episode. It's better than # fuck kids, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Well,
for sure.
Well, thank you guys for listening to this episode. You're going to get this after UFC 232. So if there are any UFC fans listening, I guess you're going to hear how dumb we sounded when we were wrong. That'll happen.
I think we sounded fine.
Fuck yeah, Phil. Check us out on YouTube. Greenlight Weekend is our page. We will not post about it for a while. You can follow us on Instagram, GLW_podcast. And greenlightweekend@gmail.com if you have any comments, questions, concerns.
Dick pics.
Instagram is also a good place for that.
Not
Slide
so much
in on
for
the
dick
DMs,
pics.
though, if you're going to send dick pics. I think that's it.
I think that's it.
All right. We love you, motherfuckers.
With all our hearts, to the moon and back.
Happy fucking New Year. Go out there and tackle 2019.
Yeah, do
Like-
what you say you're going to do.
Like you're 2 years older than the year.
Commit.
And just way bigger. Commit. Fucking don't just go to the gym for 2 weeks.
No.
Go. Just make it a part of your life. Eat good. Drink less. Smoke less crack if that's your issue. Start weaning yourself off the pills and heroin, folks. Let's just fucking try to be better people this
Those
year.
are all my goals.
All Phil's goals.
Less
You
crack.
can do them right next to him. We love you, motherfuckers.
But until the new year, let's go do crack together.
Together.
It's only the 29th.
Fuck yeah, it is, Phil.
Love yourself.
Peace.
Like psilocybin, light a joint, let the track bang. Hit a bone, laugh all night long, ain't worried about a damn thing. Shooting missiles, so official, my initial no is triple. I'm about to blow million shows and I said fuck it with when you gone. How you know your friends will miss you? Reminisce about high times, picking out their favorite issue. But wait, haters say how is it you gon' make it happen? I'm in the mountains, man, I'll bait the game and trapping. Survival tactics, making blankets and jackets, microphone savage. Like fuck you, bitch, I'm the baddest. Up to the party like it's a red carpet event. I pull up to the party like it's a red carpet event. Where you been, trip? Where you going next? Everybody getting bent and them hoes having sent. Pull up to the party like it's a red carpet event. I pull up to the party like it's a red carpet event. Where you been, trip? Where you going next? Everybody getting bent and them hoes having sent. Turning on the ACs like picking out shoes. I do that shit because I like to keep my feet cool. Popping Coors like a barbecue with Ice Cube. Soon as we sellin', ain't no telling what I might do. Calling homies in Germany, 16-hour flight fool. They tripping on my shit and calling me the bomb dude. And bitches wanna fuck me while they listen to my tunes. Face down, ass up, saying don't get shown. Eric saying when we get a couple European properties. Smooth living in this business, nobody stopping me. Meantime, I'm writing and stay rolling up them proper trees. Whack rappers blowing this game. They should get off their knees, shopping karma loop. When I got that cheese, it's kinda bullshit though. I want my jackets for free. I'm betting stacks on myself like the Italian team. Cause every day I live thinking I'm the baddest MC. Up to the party like it's a red carpet event. I pull up to the party like it's a red carpet event. Where you been, trip? Where you going next? Everybody getting bent and them hoes having sent. Pull up to the party like it's a red carpet event. I pull up to the party like it's a red carpet event. Where you been, trip? Where you going next? Everybody getting bent and them hoes having sex. I'm on my way now. What she said in the text, she bringing over her friends. I put a clutch in the end, she bringing over her friends. Put a clutch in the end, pass it around but bring it back so I can puff it again. Overcome this shit, I don't think so, homie. I can run this here with what I done this year. Overrun this shit, plans I've been storing. Write some lyrics in the leer, trying to make it a career. Then I drift a new Carrera, round them street corners. Everybody staring and them pretty women want us. New outfit, I'm wearing new caps for my homies. Keep it stick in the trunk to beat them ugly bitches off me. Acting all fussy, step into my office. Hit them with the paper, let them know who the boss is. You don't like the rules, don't let it hit you in your ass. Future freshman of the year, flying colors, I will